Hey, second grade friends, we are going to get ready for dictation in just a moment. For this part of word study, you will need a pencil and paper with you. The skill that we are going to be working on this week is the oo sound. This is a sound you should be really familiar with. This is the sound we usually make when we don't like something. Ooh. My teenager makes this sound all the time when her little brother does something. Ooh. I make this sound when I see bugs I don't like. Ooh. Say that sound with me. Ooh. When you make the ooh sound, you can feel the way that your lips come together in a circle. Say that with me. Ooh. There are 4 different ways we can actually make the ooh sound. We can make them as a vowel team of O-O that we hear in the middle of spoon. We use O-O mostly in the middle. Another way to make that ooh sound is with U-I together as a team, like we hear in the middle of juice. We mostly use U-I in the middle also. Another way to make the ooh sound is with the vowel team U-E, like we hear in the color word blue. We use ooh here at the end. And a 4th way to make that ooh sound is with E-W, like we hear in the word grew. We hear ooh at the end. For us, just for this week, as far as our word study and spelling goes, we're going to focus on one way to spell the ooh sound. We're going to focus on using EW at the end of a syllable to spell that ooh sound. EW at the end says ooh. Say that with me. EW at the end says ooh. So in our word study this week, we are going to practice spelling different words with the ooh sound using EW at the end of a syllable. We'll get ready for word dictation. Actually, I told you wrong. We'll start today with sound dictation and then we'll move into word dictation. So let's go ahead and get started with sound dictation. You will need your pencil and you're going to need your paper. I'm going to call out 5 different sounds to you and then we'll check the sounds together on the board. Ready to get started? Here we go. Your first sound today is the sound R. Write the letter or letters on your paper that make the R sound. The next sound I want you to write for number 2 is the oo sound. Write the letter or letters that make the oo sound. For number 3, I want you to write the letter or letters that make the ow sound. Now here's a little reminder. So far this year, we've learned 2 different ways to make the ow sound. For number 4, I want you to write the letter or letters that make the or sound. And for number 5, I want you to write the letter or letters that make the I sound. Now if you think about it, there's 4 ways that we've learned to make that long I sound this year. I want you to close your eyes, put your fist up to your chest, and as you think of each way, each letter combination, pop a finger out to show. All right, I just remembered all 4 ways. I hope you've remembered all 4 ways. Write them down on your paper. All right, you guys ready to check? Here we go. The first sound that I gave you today was the R sound. This is an R-controlled vowel. There are 2 letters that make that R sound. You should have written A-R. A-R makes the R sound when they work together in a word. The second sound that I gave you today was the oo sound. That is our focus sound this week. Ooh is made a couple of different ways, But for our word study this week, we are only focusing on one way, and that is with EW. EW says oo at the end of a syllable. The third sound that I gave you is the ow sound. Now this year you've learned two different ways to make the ow sound. The first way we learn to make the ow sound is with OU. OU will say ow at the beginning or the middle of a syllable. The second way we learn to make the ow sound is with OW. OW says ow at the end of a syllable. The fourth sound that I gave you was the OR sound. OR is another R-controlled vowel. You make the OR sound with O, R. And then finally, I gave you the long I sound. And there are 4 ways that we've learned to make long I so far this year. We've learned at the very beginning of the year, I, consonant E. We have learned IGH says I. We have learned that Y can say I. And then we've learned in an open syllable, I by itself will also make the long I sound. I want you to go ahead and check all of your sound combinations. Make sure that your sounds match my sounds. If you made any mistakes, no big deal. Go ahead, draw a quick line, fix that mistake, and write the sound combination correctly.